Okay. See, I'm just making sure everything is good to go here. Zoom here. I'm just making sure everything is good to go
I
here. Zoom.
just do this.
Zoom here. I was running a few minutes behind because all of us, I normally don't take a shower before these, honestly. But last night, thanks to, I don't know, it was just warmer last night, so I was sweating up a storm.
I was
I'm
running a
getting a
few
little
minutes
candle
behind
to
because
light.
I normally don't
I'm
take
just
a
running.
shower
I was
before
like, I
these,
gotta,
honestly.
gotta take a shower. I
But
feel dirty.
last night,
Um,
thanks to,
so
it was
good.
just warmer last night, so I was sweating up a storm.
Lighting our
I
candle,
was
falling into
running. I was like,
session.
gotta take a shower. I feel dirty.
Um, so good. Oh, you know what? I gotta turn that lighting our candle, falling into session. I believe that's gonna annoy me. I hear an echo. Oh, you know what? I gotta turn that. Let's mute you. Okay. And then back. You. Okay. Make sure everything is going okay. Um, all right. I think we're good. And okay, so I have my candle lit. If you're in your, so to prepare, just to make sure you have your pen and journal, you have your sacred space all ready to go. Like I have incense going. Hopefully they're, you know what? Let me hang on one second. Okay, the incense are burning. And I lit it before, but you know how sometimes it just doesn't take. Um, so I have my candle going. I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Get a sip of water. So again, you like to have we like to have our sacred space all set up. And then let me also disable the um, waiting room. So that way anybody could just join at any time. And we don't have to, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to, I can't remember. I never remember how to do anything. Like I do it once and then I'm like, wait, what? How did I do that again? Um, hide host tools. There it goes. Host tools. Enable waiting rooms. I want to do that. Okay. Now hopefully anybody could just hop in at any time. Um, so anyway, so you have we like to have our sacred space all set up. I have a candle lit and I have my, fake ones all doing their thing too. First a little extra ambiance because it is a little darker in here this morning, which I kind of like though, because it's stormy here. So hopefully we don't lose connection. Fingers crossed. Um, and then you have like you just make it your own sacred space. There's a replay in Sacred Sisters Calling that does talk about how to set up a sacred space. So that way, if you want to watch that at any point in time, it's in there. I think it's under challenges, but you could just search little pins. Oyana siano tuyano kuyano oyana. Good morning, Rhonda. Oyana siano tuyano kuyano oyana siano tuyano oyana. Ooh. It was just like going, play with me today. Okay. Oyana siano tuyano oyana. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. I've been like, I don't know how you've been feeling, but like this morning just feel a little up. Like somebody needs to like, like if one of those toys like gets like and it gets too tight and it's all and somebody needs to just go let it go and it goes. That's I feel like somebody needs to do that to me. Ooh, we can turkey feather ourselves. Okay. All right, focus. is breath in. Oyana siono tuyono oyana. Oyana siono tuyono oyana. Siono tuyono oyana. Okay, let's dive in. Big day, right? Make sure everything's still going okay over here. No, it's a delay, so it kind of freaks me out looking at it. I don't want to look at it anymore. So bye-bye. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so closing our eyes. Get a nice deep breath in through the nose, through the mouth. Again, anytime in these sessions, whenever we're taking a nice deep breath in through the nose, we're going to be breathing in as if with the intention of breathing in, pulling up that Mother Earth energy. You can do it whichever way is easiest for you to imagine. So if your feet are touching the ground, and it could be, you could do both. Feet are touching the ground and they happen to be tingling. You could be pulling it up from your palms of your feet. You can be pulling it up from your root, from your sacrum. You could just pulling up that beautiful Mother Earth energy of unconditional love, of peace, calm, acceptance, of just being held, being firmly rooted, and feeling held and safe in your and secure in this space. And it's almost as if she is allowing you to. Okay, this is the image they just put in my mind, but I'm gonna try it out here. So they put the image of a mind of like, okay, so you're trying to learn how to float in the pool. And somebody puts their hands out and you lean back on on the hands, and at first you're like, oh, you don't feel quite safe until you know you feel like, okay, they got me. And then you're able to like almost like expand out, right? And so that is the feeling that we're going for. She's wanting to hold you, to give you space to expand. Isn't that? I just love that. That's lovely. Okay, so we're gonna have that intention while we're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. But they're wanting us to give it a little twist this morning. So we're gonna do, and I'll show you how to do it, but you're gonna take 7 short breaths in through the nose. And as you do so, you're like, again, you're pulling up, pulling up, pulling up, pulling up, pulling up, pulling up, pulling up. And you are expanding, 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 expanding with each one. And then whenever on the exhale, you are just releasing and you're letting go. And you're letting go of all expectations. You're letting go of all the worries and the doubts and the fears. You're letting go of, and it'll be out the mouth. You're letting go of all of yesterday and what's to come tomorrow. You're letting go, you're letting go, you're letting go, and just allowing yourself just to be in this space, in this place, to be in your human form, to be on this planet Earth during this time period. You are allowing time and whatever needs to happen for this expansion to take place, and you're just trusting. You're releasing and letting go, and it's almost as if you're giving into trust in the universe, in spirit, and all that is to hold you, to guide you, into Mother Earth and Father Sun, the elements, and your collective, and of your guides and angels and ancestors and all of that. So again, 7 short breaths in through the nose and 1 just nice release through the mouth. Just like that, like you just let it go. Like you're just like, it's almost as if your body should feel like when it's filling up, it's like you're filling up a balloon, and then you just let go of the balloon and at the end to release, right? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. And again. We're going to keep going, but we started out a little quicker. We're going to start slowing it down so that way we're pulling in more air with each breath in, and it takes us longer to get to the top, right? Okay, ready? Allow your bones just to become like jelly if they feel like they're becoming like jelly. Just allow it to happen. Just allow your body and soul and spirit just to be held again by Mother Earth. Remember, she's got you, you're floating, you're good, right? Breathing in. More times. I'll do it one more time. Ooh, I'm starting to get the tingles. Breathe in. Okay, shake it up, shake it up. Shake those shoulders, shake those fingertips, wiggle them out down into Mother Earth, allowing just anything else, any stagnant energy, even flick your fingers. Like any stagnant energy, any energy that does not belong to me, I release, I release, I release. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. Any stagnant energy, any energy that is no longer serving me, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. I release, I release, I release. Oyana siano tuyano kuyano oyana siano tuyano oyana. Brush it off, brush it off, brush it off, brush it off. Oyana siano tuyano oyana. We're gonna start this week all brand new, fresh and clean. Oyana siano tuyano kuyano oyana. Fresh and clean, fresh and clean, fresh and clean. All energy that's no longer serving me, I release, I release, I release. I give unto thee, I give unto thee, I give unto thee. Suyano tuyano oyana kiano oyana. Iana siano tuyano oyana. Iana siano tuyano oyana. Iana siano tuyano oyana. Okay, one more time, they say. Breathing in the 7 times. Nice and like starting nice and low and slow, right? Low as it has been yet. I gotta start over again. Okay. All right. Hand on heart center and hand on sacral. Just breathe in, just regular, nice and slow through the nose and out through the mouth a couple times. Nice and slow through the nose. Pop and release. And when you release and exhale out the mouth, don't do some willy-nilly. Hear that breath, like really release with that intention. Feel yourself emptying out. And this time with our inhale, we're going to be pulling down from Father Sun, that source light energy, straight through our crown chakra, allowing that to penetrate our full center channel, asking that energy, that source light energy to Father Sun to push it all the way down through our center channel, through our crown chakra, just expanding, expanding, expanding. Seems to be the word of the day. Expanding, expanding, cleansing and clearing, bringing clarity, inspiration, motivation, aspirations, all the things to get us going for the week, drive and all the things, right? And a new perspective, being able to see things in a new light so we can be like, ah, there you are, kind of thing, right? Okay, so hand on heart, this one on the sacral, and nice deep breath in through the nose, just not the 7, just the normal nice deep breath into the top. Breathing in. Pulling in that Father Sun energy and release. In, nice and low. And release. Back in. So I watched a video You could just keep your eyes closed and just be in this moment right now. Allow yourself to be held by the energy all around you, by even by your own energy and the energy of your collective. Anyway, I watched this video last night and it was talking about how like our spinal fluid connecting to all around our pineal gland and how what is one of the number one things that moves that spinal fluid to get all of that like that pineal gland activating and which is connected to the third eye and all of that is guess what? The breath. So how come we just did a little activating of the pineal gland there with just a little breath and spinal fluid? Um, so, and again, it was a video by some doctor on YouTube, so take that or leave that. I did not check my sources. Okay. So, um, let's see, what are we going to do right now? Okay, so sitting in this moment right now, feeling the buzz still of the breath. We want to hum for just a moment. And they are asking, we are like connecting the cord with the intention. We are connecting the cord. We are all connecting, whether you are here live or you are to come later. We are still connecting our cords, weaving together this beautiful thread, this beautiful golden thread of this light of activation, of connection and community, and allowing whenever we do that, whenever connect your thread, we connect these cords of light, guess what happens? It's just like with anything, like if you turn on one light in a room, in a dark room, right? It illuminates the room a bit, right? But there's still like shadow in the corners and stuff like that. But whenever you connect two lights, turn on two lights then in a room, it shines even brighter. And three lights shines even brighter. And we're like illuminating all the dark corners and crevices and all the things. We're just shining brighter, activating brighter, at a higher level. We are buzzing at a higher level, all the things, right? And it helps us both. Like, so again, you can like try and light up a room by yourself and you're working hard, hard, hard to shoot that light out to the dark corners, but it takes a lot of energy. But if you work together to brighten a room, then it takes a lot less energy and it gets even brighter, right? So we're able to do this work, like when we go into the automatic writing and we're connecting there, is going to take less work on our behalf because we're working together. We're lifting each other up. We're rising up together, right? Yay. Okay, so we are going to hum for just a moment. You can have your hand on your heart center if you want, or wherever it just wants to be. You know what? Mine wants to be on my heart and my third eye for some reason, so I'm going with it. Yours, again, could go anywhere. But, and we're just going to hum for a moment with the intention of we're connecting our cords and our threads all in love and light, and they are protected by love and light. So don't worry about like, there's no energy vampires here. And you can even we can even put that out there. There's no energy sucking. This is energy elevating. We are protected by the divine light in our collectives, right? Our collectives have our back and they protect each and every one of us, right? Okay. Hands on heart center and wherever the other one wants to be. Mine's on my third eye, and breathing in and just hum. Oyana siano tuiana, iana siano tuiono kuiono oyana, iana siano tuiono kuiono suiono tuiono oyana kiana oyana. Iana siano tuiono kuiono oyana kiana tuiono oyana siano tuiono oyana. Iana siano tuiono oyana kiana tuiono oyana siano tuiono oyana. Iana siano tuiono oyana kiana tuiono oyana kiana tuiono oyana. Iana siano tuiono oyana. They're doing some sort of like alignment. Oyana siano tuiono oyana siano tuiono oyana siano tuiono oyana. And at any point in time, you can always just kind of by being here is kind of permission on its own, but and you can always just have like permission just from your higher self, allowing her to take the lead on this. But You can also just always say, please allow me to receive any activations, codes, all the things that are for my highest good. Oyana siano tuyano kuyano suyano tuyano oyana kiyano tuyano oyana. Any like healing or anything like that. That is for my highest good. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Siano tuyano kuyano oyana siano tuyano oyana. Iana siano tuyano kuyano suyano oyana kiyano tuyano oyana kiyano tuyano oyana siano tuyano oyana. Iana siano tuyano oyana kiyano tuyano oyana. Iana kiyano tuyano oyana. Iana siano tuyano oyana kiyano tuyano oyana. So 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 so. Iana siano tuyano oyana. They're giving me this one symbol. I'll have to like share it at some point. It looks like oyana siano tuyano oyana kiyano tuyano oyana, almost as if it was like a comb at the top where it like kind of goes like an E maybe at the top with a line goes down further, circle at the bottom, and then the line going through it in the middle. Suyano tuyano oyana. I'll share that. Suyano tuyano oyana. Iana siano tuyano oyana kiyano tuyano oyana. Iana siano tuyano oyana in the group. Suyono tuyono oyana whenever I post this replay. Suyono kuyono tuyono oyana kiyono tuyono oyana. Calling in all of our angels and guides, calling in our higher selves, calling in our sentient council and galactic councils of the highest high, calling in our ancestors of love and light, calling in our ascended masters and our oyana siano tuyono kuyono suyono oyana tiano oyana iana 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 iana. Mary Magdalene, our high priestesses, Jesus and Mary, Lilith too, Uriel and Azrael, suyono tuyono kuyono oyana kiyono tuyono oyana Gabriel, oyana siano tuyono oyana ana siano tuyono oyana. They're calling in everybody. Raphael and Michael, Suyano Tuyano Oyana, Metatron, Suyano Tuyano Kuyano, Suyano Tuyano Oyana, Iana Siano Tuyano Oyana, Kiano Tuyano Oyana, Siano Tuyano Oyana, Iana Siano Tuyano Kuyano, Suyano Tuyano, Suyano Tuyano Oyana, Iana Siano Tuyano Oyana. I don't know what they're doing. It feels like they're opening up, opening up, opening up, opening up, almost like this little portal, almost like Suyano Tuyano Kuyano Oyana Kiano Oyana. It almost looks like it feels like a little peephole for all of the little angels to be like, "Ooh, what you doing down there?" kind of thing. That's what it feels like. I don't know. Iana siano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana. Ayana siano tuyano oyana tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana. Iana siano tuyano kuyano oyana. Iana siano tuyano oyana siano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana. Oyana siano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana. Humming a little bit more. And whenever I hum this time, okay, so what you're doing is I want you to feel so if your feet are touching the ground, feel the tingle there. If your bottom is touching the ground, feel the tingle in your root. So we're putting and to do that is just putting your attention on these areas and then also on your crown. And what we're doing is we're preparing for this time for the automatic writing, and we are like doubling down on our connection, right? And then we are also, so we're going to go ahead and say now, oyana siano tuyono kuyono oyana kiano tuyono oyana siano tuyono oyana. Please help us and guide us and heal us. Please help us to be clear channels. Please help us to hear, see, feel, smell, release and process all the things that we are meant to hear, see, smell, feel, release, and process for our highest good in this moment. Oyana siano tuyano kuyano suyano tuyano kuyano uyana kiano tuyano uyana iana siano tuyano uyana kiano tuyano uyana uyana tuyano uyana siano tu uyana tiano uyana siano uyana. Okay, so just again, we're just going to hum for a second to really just get into that state of like I'm not good with words. That state of just that flatline state sounds really bad, but not elevated in a bad way where your mind is going. We're bringing that, we're into this present moment state, grounded and connected state without being in our mental head space, right? We're connecting on that dinner and on that different level, energetic level, right? So join me. And a tingle in your feet, in your bum, in the top of your head. Try in different tones too. If you're going high and you're like, I'm not feeling anything, try low. You could go on all the different levels. You could go on the um, nice and light through the nose, out through the mouth. See you in 7 minutes. Perfect. 7 minutes. I am going to mute myself. I should have said, sorry, we're writing, automatic writing. Just start writing and don't think about it. Just write. Okay. Hopefully everybody's feeling good and we're able to hopefully got some sort of fun message there. Yeah, hydrate enough. Okay. Anybody need anything before we move on? Okay. We did our reading. We did our little reading and all that. So now we're going to dive in, not the reading, we did our writing. So now we're going to dive into the reading. I don't know why this one feels like I want to be close to you. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Oh, it's settling down. It's playing with another one. Okay. I hope everybody can hear me okay. And I never can tell like with the background music if it's because it's always lower on my end than it is on y'all's end. So if it ends up ever being too loud, please let me know. I just know like I like to have like the background music. Oh, they never have me shuffle like that, so that's interesting. Okay, so one more time. So yeah, just always let me know if you can't hear me well. Okay. So I think we're doing it. I'm trying to figure out how they wanted me to do it this morning. Starting with these. So don't go through all the other ones. Okay. So we're just going to start with these to see what comes up. We're going to do it a little different. All right, so we have the Page of Pentacles. Ooh, the Empress. I always like the Empress. I like the Empress. I like the Queen of Wands, the World card, and the Oyana Siana, Tuyana, Oyana, and the Queen of Wands are probably my two favorite. Oyana Siana, Tuyana, Oyana. And Temperance. Oyana Siana, Oyana Siana. Oyana Siana, Tuyana, okay. Goodness. My hand's big. So we got the Ace of Cups. Okay. Okay, so Oyana Siana, Tuyana, Kuyana, Suyana, Oyana, Kiana, Tuyana, Oyana. We got the Six of Wands. We got that the other day in the daily reading. And Queen of Pentacles. We got the King the other just yesterday. Lots of Pentacles. Look at this. We got the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Two of Wands. We got the Star. Sorry, I should show you. And I will, again, in the replay, I will show, I'll take a picture, so, because I'm sorry, I know you guys can't see it. We got the moon. I feel like we should be done by now. Eight of Wands. Another one. Which one? Eight of Pentacles. All right. Feels like we might be done. Are we done? Are all these right? Wait. Are they all right? Are they in the right order? They're all right in the right order, and we are done. Correct? Correct. Okay. Okay, so we're putting this back. Okay, so again, we have the Eight of Wands there. Lots of ideas coming. Page of Pentacles. Oh, we might have one good idea that's about to that group. The Empress, Temperance, Two of Wands. Where are we going? Where are we headed? Um, the Moon. We need to keep working on that deep work there. And like going deep. Eight of Pentacles. It scares me and you, doesn't it, when we go deep? Ace of Cups. Oh, lots of good emotions coming in. Six of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. I'm just loving all this. It's like, it feels like goddess energy here, like I'll show you here in a second. And then here's the Nine of Pentacles. So you have the Queen, the Nine, and the Empress, and the Star, and Temperance. All of these feel like very like goddess energy to me this morning. Put those back, try and get them back in the right over here where they were. Nope, she was up there. Okay. Good. Okay, my ear is just like ringing like Dickens. Okay. Let's see where they're going to take us. Apparently, I gotta beat my chest. Oyanasiano tuiano kuiano oyanasiano tuiano oyana ianasiano tuiano oyana ianasiano tuiano oyana. And again, if you haven't ever received a reading from me before, it always is intertwined with the light language. It's always intertwined with some energy healing activations, whatever it needs, whatever we need for our highest good in this moment is what they bring to the table. So tuiano tuiano kuiano oyana. So it's always a mixed bag. We don't really know what's going to come from it. Until we get here. It's been one of our biggest lessons, and apparently something we're supposed to be talking about right this second is just being open to receiving, open to be open to learning, open to whatever is to come at the time it's meant to come. Suyano tuyano kuyano suyano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana siano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana iana siano tuyano oyana siano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana siano tuyano oyana. So this is a time where Suyono, Tuyono, Kuyono, Oyana, they are starting with the one Suyono, Tuyono, Kuyono, Ana, Ana, Ana. So that's why they haven't said it there. Suyono, Tuyono, Oyana, Iana, Kiyono, Tuyono, Oyana, where lots of new ideas are going to start coming in, lots of new ideas like to play with. Suyono, Tuyono, Kuyono, Oyana, Iana, Siano, Tuyono, Oyana. It's like you have your hands in all these different buckets, but you're like, you're picking and choosing like which ones to kind of pull from, to bring together, to what to do with them. Suyano tuyano kuyano oyana siano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana iana siano tuyano oyana kiano suyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana siano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana. It feels very much like combining two crafts, like that may even be like Suyano, Tuyano, Kuyano, Oyana. This feels very specific, but we can always put it towards our own lives in different ways. But this one feels very like, because they're talking about like, say if you were crocheting, if you crocheted hats, but you're really into witchcraft or whatever, and you want to incorporate these two things. How can we do those things? How can we put magic into the hat per se? Like if we so if we had oyana siano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana, so like we could put like some little intention or spell or something into the hat, like woven in to bring oyana siano tuyano oyana, like insight to the wearer, like whenever you wear the hat, it brings you insight, that kind of thing. So it could be that, it could be like candles infused with oyana siano tuyano, sparks of motivation. It could be Suyano Tuyano Kuyano Oyana Siano Tuyano Oyana Kiano Tuyano Oyana Siano Tuyano Oyana Kiano Tuyano Oyana. like little ian haciendo twin, they're like showing like these little slips of paper, maybe with like a little feather of like a light a note of motivation, or a note of ian haciendo tuiano oyana kiano oyana haciendo tuiano oyana, like affirmation or insight, like a little note of insight, and those kind of things, like tying that up with a little feather on it or something like that, like combining two different things, like if you're really into like affirmations, journal prompts, that kind of thing, and combining that with something else, and is combining two like totally separate things and weaving them together, if that makes sense. Suiano tuiano kuiana siano tuiano oyana kiano tuiano oyana kiano tuiano oyana siano tuiano oyana. They're like having fun with it. They're like saying like, I can do your astrology reading while I also teach you how to the best way to arrange your bedroom. And they're like showing like different like ways, like is they're like, have fun with it. Don't feel like you have to. Not, they're like, none of this fits in a box anyway, so why try and force it to? It's almost as if Suiano, tuiano, kuiana, siano, tuiano, oyana, kiano, oyana, iana, siano, tuiano, oyana. It's like we have made these boxes for ourselves. And it doesn't matter like which life we go into. Like, so say we are moving, we're trying to move out of this, the mundane life. And we're like taking off the mask. I'm not going to live in the societal ways or whatever. But then we come over here into this spiritual life, into this like, I'm free, I'm healed, I'm healing, and I'm doing all the deep work, and I'm doing all this shadow work, and I'm becoming free of all the mask, and I'm going deep, and I'm finding out who I truly am, and then I put myself in this spiritual box. I put myself in the spiritual box without even realizing it, of this is how I'm supposed to present myself in this world to be accepted, because they want me to look a certain, clients want me to look a certain way, they want me to be a certain way, they want me to act a certain way, they want to receive in a certain way, and this is the certain way that I should feel like I should fit into this box, because it's a pretty box, right? It's a pretty box, and this is the box that most people are asking for. They're not asking for the crazy leopard print box with the tie-dye ribbon on it. They're asking for the perfectly presented box that is just right and just so. And they're like, okay, we just took ourselves out of one box. Why are we putting ourselves in another box? If you want to make a hat with bat ears and put some intention of that the wearer makes in comes with insight, then do that. Do that. If you want to do like knit scarves or sweaters, or I don't know why they keep going with knitting. I don't knit. So, but still, they're just using an example. But if whatever it is that you're wanting to do, if you're wanting to make journals where the journal prompts are all about, if you're pretending, like if the user is placing themselves in fairyland to start out their journal prompts of today in fairyland, and just to be able to spark, because that's what they need to spark their imagination, then do that. We need to stop, like, we shouldn't we've got to stop trying to place ourselves in boxes no matter where we go. The whole point of it is to break out of the box and to not be in the box. Don't be in the fucking box. Get out of the box. Be weird. Be like magical. These beautiful magical beings. You can't shove a unicorn in the box because the horn's always going to stick out, right? So you got to stop trying to fit in somebody else's box. Let them go be in the box. Let them go have a grand old time in the box. If they want to still live in that box, let them. You be you. You be you to the core of you. Really feel like what feels good. What feels good? What brings me joy? Not always living in what do they want to see? What brings them joy? Who the fuck are them? Who are they? We don't know. We're trying to find out what brings us joy. So we put our joy out there. Our joy is like the bat signals to the other people. where their joy aligns with our joy, and then they come and align with our joy. We're not here to fit in other people's boxes, to serve other people's boxes. We're here to try and figure out what our box is, what we are without the box. And then that will bring and pull together all of those that align with us truly and faithfully and truly, and without like having to cram the puzzle pieces together, truly without feeling less than. Because if there's anyone in your life that's making you feel, I don't fit, there's something wrong with me, they need to go. You need to go. You need to find your place outside that box. Stop trying to fit in their box just because so you can feel loved and accepted and feel like part of the gang or part of something. Because if you're still feeling all the feels that you did when you were living that other life, the like Bedford wives life, then you haven't achieved the goal that you were meant to achieve. You're not there yet. We're not there yet. We need to work on being okay with not trying to force our way into these spaces that don't accept us for all of our wild and crazy. If they don't accept you fully, fully for who you are, your magical self, your magical, creative, wild, funky, like all of that mess that you are, all of that beautiful, magnificent mess that you are, if they don't accept you fully that, for that crazy awesomeness that you bring to the table, then they don't deserve your company. You show up for as who you are, and if they don't accept you, you step away from the table, you walk away, you walk out the door and go find another table, or start setting the places at your own table and be like, I'm just gonna sit here by myself. I got some other extra places set at the table. I'm gonna put out my little hang out my freak flag out the side of the window and shine my light, and whoever gets attracted to that is more than welcome to join me. Oyana siano tuyano kuyana siano tuyano oyana. This is a time that we need to double down. Ooh, they just sent like this emotion shoot up into my heart. We need to double down on the self-love. We need to double down on the self-acceptance. We need to double down on our identity of individuality. And loving her for all of her freaky shit. It doesn't matter what kind of freaky shit you're into. If that brings you, if that lights your fire within, then you need to double down on it. Double down on it and let everything else that makes you feel less than, everything else that makes you feel unworthy, not okay, anything else like that, just let it fall away. There's no time or space for that. Okay, they got me all fired up on that. Okay, so you got in review, you got all we're still at the first two. So you got all those ideas coming at you, beautiful, crazy, magnificent ideas. Some of those ideas are the fitting in the box ideas. We need to bat those away, bat those away, bat those away. That's why they went through all of that speech. So we're batting all the ways that because we were trying to fit ways in, like, oh, what can make me feel seen? It doesn't feel like quite the right fit for me, but it feels like it would fit. It would make me get seen or pull in it'd be the right energy for whatever you're just trying to make it fit in there. They're like, fuck that, let it fall away. We're not dealing with those. We don't have time for that. Again, we're just hyper focusing on the ones that truly fit our heart space. If they don't truly fit our heart space, we're not cramming that shit in no more. And so we're picking and choosing out of that, and we're just grabbing the golden nuggets. We're just grabbing the golden nuggets out of that. And we are feeling into so much of our like awesomeness. We're like, yes, I'm owning this shit. I'm owning this shit. I'm owning it. I'm owning it. If you can't, again, if you ever like, if I start like, I know it hurts my eyes to keep them open during this because it feels like the light is piercing my soul. So, so if I ever like go off somewhere else and you're like, I can't see or hear, just shout out. Okay, so, um, okay, we're owning our shit. We are um grabbing a hold of the golden nuggets out of all the ideas, letting all the ones who do not best serve us and our highest good fall away. Then we are like coming into our own then. We are like, yes, yes, this all of these pieces, all of these nuggets fit right in my heart space. They're perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so now we're there. We're now in that golden space. Temperance. Suyano, tuyano, kuyano, suyano, oyana, kiyano, tuyano, oyana, iyana, siyano, tuyano, oyana. This is the temperance of like she's talking about balance in like our everyday lives too. Like we're get don't get like we get so excited about like all this like magical spiritual shit. We're like, oh yeah. And then we're like, oh yeah, we gotta go clean the toilet, or oh yeah, I gotta feed people, or oh yeah, I gotta do this. They're like, don't forget that. Have a little balance in you there, lady. Oya naciano, tuyano, kuyano, oya naciano, tuyano, oyana. The Two of Wands are just saying, just be open, be open, be open, because now that you're starting to um, really like dive in deep to who you are and like what you're truly interested in and all the weird stuff. If you're wanting to make magic wands or if you're wanting to make whatever it is, grabbing a hold of that and doing that. But then so that is going to gravitate you towards different maybe events or people that you've never, some things that you've never done before. So you're like, "Eh, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know." But they're like saying, just be open to the idea of it. They're not saying, they're not giving the okay to just dive right in, it just depends on the event. And if again, if it fits you, you're not going to try and squeeze into anybody else's box anymore. But they're just saying, be open to it because you don't know if that's the space that you've been searching for, if these are the people that you've been searching for that are like click click like your magnets like go together instead of like trying to, it's like they're showing like like when you take two magnets and you try and put them together and they're the wrong facing, one's facing the wrong way, and so it's kind of like they're pushing apart from each other. They're like, so that's where what it's been like you've been trying to make things fit here like that, but then once you start like keep aligning to your true self, then you start to attract the ones that are the right way. So then they're like, so just be open because you're going to start seeing things like pulling you this way and that. And then you're going to, that's going to be like, hello, look at me over here. And then you'll have to examine each one of those. And some of them are going to fit and some of them aren't. If you feel that pull, then do it. If you feel that um, I feel a pull at first, but then all of a sudden, nope, nope, I'm out. Then be out and don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel guilty about saying no. Just be like, sorry, I've got stuff to do. Okay, the moon. Oya naciano tuyana, oya naciano tuyana, oya nakiana, oya naciano tuyana, oyana. Iya naciano tuyana, oya nakiano tuyana, oyana. Don't stop searching is what they're saying. Suyano tuyano kuyano oyana kiana oyana. They're talking about don't stop searching for the truth. Suyano kuyano oyana kiana oyana of who you are. Suyano tuyano oyana iana tiano oyana. Keep digging deeper and deeper. Keep going, keep going, keep with the healing. It is like a nonstop journey of the soul searching of your own soul. It's kind of like you're trying to find that true love and it's in you all along. And they're not saying being like this in a not they're saying don't take this as like this dreaded chore. Oh no, more deep healing, more but no, like do it like this grand adventure of soul searching within yourself and becoming even more. It's all part of the expansion. It's like the deeper you go, the wider you fly, the wider you are. It's, they're like the deeper you go, and then they show like wings coming out. It's like they're doing like this. So whatever words you want to put to that. Um, so it's so just to be able to spread your wings wider and wider and wider and wider is you have to go more and more and more and more inward, if that makes sense, because it's just like you just keep becoming more. It's like it's almost as if you're planting by going in there and digging in deep and figuring out who you are and chucking all the stuff that doesn't fit, doesn't work. It just allows for the expansion even more so. Oyana siano tuyono kuyano oyana. Oyana siano tuyono oyana kiono oyana. And just keep working on your dreams and not giving up on your dreams. Um, keep going. Sometimes there could be some parts that feel tedious. Sometimes there's like the chore parts of it, but if it's still in alignment to where you want to be, where you want to go, where you want to grow, how you want to grow, and all those things, then just stick with it and know that there is like and there's like nuggets like going down the golden there's like showing like golden down the going down the golden brick road. It's like it's a path worth going down. You're not going to find the wizard at the end. You're going to find it'll be good. Just keep going. So then you have the Ace of Cups. Anasiana tiana koyana oyana siana tuyana oyana. Iyanasiano tuyono oyana, kiyano tuyono oyana. So just lots of new emotions, lots of new insight coming through. Suyono tuyono koyono oyana, siano tuyono oyana, kiyono oyana. Almost as if insight for how things truly are, how you truly want things, where things should go, like which path on the yellow brick road you should take, that kind of thing. Like Oyanaciono, tuyono, koyono, oyana. It's like just it goes back to the new ideas, but it's like more intuitive, more Yanaciono, oyana, kiyono, oyana. It's like your connection as you've been going through down this path, going down the yellow brick road and doing the work and all the things, and you keep working. It's like that connection keeps growing, and it's almost like little spider veins but the good ones, not the bad ones, on the legs, but these little spider veins come of energetic spider veins helping you connect with all that is in Mother Earth and the elements and everything, and it's like you're more connected, and you're getting more insight that way. Um, if that makes sense. So it's just like it's okay, going back to the spider. So the spider has all these little hairs, and that kind of gives them signals of going to go left, to go right, to do the different things, right? And it's kind of like that. It's like we're growing these little spider veins of energetic spider veins out as we grow. It's like they become more like skilled at what they're doing. And so our insight, our ability to receive that insight is growing as well. So we'll be getting more insight as we go on like what the next steps should be without having to like put so much work of like where we were here. It'll be more, the newness will be coming more from all of that. That connection, that connection that we're building, and that we're also those connections are like those little threads are becoming more skilled at their job, if that makes sense. They're just showing that they're like getting better at like reading the signs and reading the energy field and reading like situations and reading and feeling into all that everything that's happening, going on, and where you need to go. And it's getting better at like judging what to do and so your decision making is coming more from this intuitive place, and that's growing that way, which really helps you move forward in a stronger sense. Like you feel even more confident than you did here. If that is even possible, because remember that put us here, but this is like being that the bridge that we were missing a little bit, not all, because we were already having, how many holes in the cart? Um, we were already having insight here. We're already learning how to feel into our insight here, but this is growing like this is like this bridge of the connection that we're getting better attuned to than with to all of our collective, our own individual collective, and then the collective as a whole. The more we're able to read that and receive intuition from that, the even more stronger and more confident we feel in our decision making of like what choices out of all the ideas and stuff that come, what choices we make and where and how to move forward. It that our confidence in that keeps growing and growing and growing. So hopefully that makes sense. And then that um, will help put us in this beautiful place of we're starting to see the abundance from this. We're starting to see like our hard work paying off, and like we're just starting to feel just very good and very like you can see with her with the bird, and she has that like connection to, she's growing this connection to nature, everything, all that is. And then she, in that being that she is like funneling that in, then it is like producing this abundance that she's been after and that she finally feels really good about, because she's not like digging after it anymore. It's not like, give me all the ideas and I'm trying to squeeze in everybody's boxes and it's just not working and everything's just not fitting. And what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to do it? I can't get this to work. We're going from there to, if we follow this yellow brick road, we're going to end up, we're getting towards this space of feeling truly connected and good and grounded. You can see like all of the nature around her. She's feeling good and grounded too. And she's not all up here in her head, like with all the thoughts. And is starting to produce that abundance. And abundance just doesn't always mean, we have to remember that. So for me, when I first started learning tarot, and all the courses I would take, they would point to the pentacles and be like, "That's material goods. That's your money. That's material stuff, right? Tangible, hands-on stuff." And it never was completely that to me. Every now and then it comes in as that, like, oh, abundance. But it's never been completely that to me. Whenever I first saw tarot and I fell in love with it, it just felt like home. It was just crazy. It was a crazy like instant like connection. It was almost like those movies where you're in a distant, like there's somebody on the other side of the room and you're like, oh, it was kind of like that. It was like, oh, I love you and I don't even know you. But anyway, so but when I saw Pentacles and she was saying how it was the tangible goods, my heart was like, that's gifts. Those are your gifts. And so, and to me, again, sometimes they are tangible goods. And in this aspect of it, what they're saying today is it's both. So it's your tangible goods as far as like you're able to go grocery shopping and not be like, should I get the grapes or the apples? You can get both, honey. And then but it's also your gifts too. Your gifts are starting to come through and shine in a way that you've been wanting them to. Your gifts have been coming through in a more confident way. You're able to share these gifts more easily without like stuttering. Kind of like whenever you practice a speech in the first couple of times and you're like just tripping over your words, they're like now they're starting to come through in a way that you feel that connection. You feel that connection to spirit, and it's able to funnel through in a way that you feel good and confident about and brings so much joy. It brings so much joy and love and light into your life that it just is everything. And you're able to see this in the gifts that are starting to come through and show and peek out. And they may not all come at once. It may not all like be tossed at you like that. Like they may not be like, oh, look, here's all your clairs. Boop. They're like, no, it's not. It doesn't always work like that. Sometimes you get a little snippet here and a little snippet there, and they just start coming in here and there, and then they start kind of like blossoms on a vine. All the blossoms don't pop out at one time. It's here and there, and then this one may start to open up a little bit more slowly than this one that even popped out after this one. You don't know. It's just they come gradually, but they're coming in, and that's the point. That's the important part, is that you are growing, and you are healing, and you are coming into your own. And that's the important part, not like over analyzing each and every gift that you've been given. Stop over analyzing each and every part of yourself like that, because that is another way we fall back into the same game that we were playing when you were over in separate housewife land over there. Whenever you were over analyzing everything you were doing, how you were raising your kids, how you were keeping your house, how the outside of how your neighborhood looked, or whatever, what people thought about what you wore, if you say the wrong thing all the time, you overanalyzed everything over there, and then you come over here to freedom land in the spiritual world, and yet you overanalyze everything. I don't see things as clearly as other people. Why can't I smell things? Why can't I hear messages? Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? Stop over analyzing the shit out of yourself. We're not in the same game as we were then. We've got to stop. We got to cut that shit out. And we've got to just fall in love and enjoy and the growth of it all, and allow the blossoms to bloom in the way they were meant to bloom, and enjoy that. Put our love and gratitude in each part of the growth process, instead of over analyzing it as a whole. Because if we're over analyzing it as a whole, we're so busy over here going, why can't I see things clearly? I'm using it as an example because that's one thing that it's blackness in there, people. Most of the time, not all the time. But and so if you're over here overanalyzing this part, you're missing out on the bloom and the beautiful, like how beautiful and intricate the bloom over here is coming out on the vine. And it's just this beautiful, unique, ornate little blossom that's unlike any others ever seen in the world before. And you're missing out on it. And it's slowly opening and slowly opening, and you're missing out on it. And since you're missing out on it, you're not watering it. You're not caring for it. So it opens, but then nobody's there to like care for it. So then the petals just start to fall away and withers, dies. So we have to, now, not saying that you won't ever be able to get it back. You can, but they're just saying, if you're so hyper focused on what isn't working, you're going to miss out on the newness of what is starting to work, and on those things. So looking at everything as a whole, and just in a state of gratitude and love. Thank you so much for all these gifts you have given me. Thank you so much. And even if all of that is, you are on day one here, you started out, and the only gift you got is showing up. You be thankful till the day you die that you showed up today. Be so grateful. I showed up for myself and for the greater good, for my highest good, the greater good, all that is. I showed up today, and I'm going to be grateful forever and ever. Amen for that. And that is like the state that we need to be in, to allow it all to grow, instead of being hyper focused on what is not working, being grateful for like everything that we have right here, right now in front of us. Oyana siano tuyano koyano, oyana siano tuyano oyana. And then we come to the queen. Because so then oyana siano tuyano oyana. Okay, they're like all ooh. Okay. So they're like, yay, you become like this professional gardener where you're like paying attention, you've got your eyes on the whole picture. You're like, oh look, there's a new little blossom over there I never expected, and I'm going to give that one some little bit of love. I'm not going to like even, I'm not going to fret that this one still isn't blooming. That's okay. I'm going to give this one some love, and look at it flourish. They're like, you've become this professional, gardener, because sometimes we need, they're saying like sometimes we need to, we'll find out in the end that we needed this bloom to blossom fully with all of our love and might for then, because that one is the one that does something to make this one bloom and to start to blossom, right? That thread is connected to this thread, but this thread, for some reason, because something maybe inside of you, a past life issue, whatever it is, or just it's just the way things are, that needed to come first before this thing. So you've become a professional gardener because you've learned to take things as they come, not saying to give up on any parts of yourself or any parts that you want, because if you keep getting the little seeds in there of going, I want to explore this, I want to explore that, it's because you're meant to at some point. They're just saying sometimes these things just take a beat to come online, and don't stress about it. Keep looking at the main picture. So anyway, going back to this, you're becoming the master gardener. You're like falling in love with, like, you're really getting good at using these gifts and the way that brings your heart joy. It brings you so much joy and so much love and light that is like, it's almost overwhelming that you are shining so bright, that you are bringing in these people that, and from day one, you were at first, you were scared because you were so worried about, like, if you didn't put out this and that, you weren't going to attract the right people, right? Or if you didn't do this or that, you weren't going to fit in, or whatever it is. So you finally were able to chuck that. And then now you're finally like, yes, look at that. I didn't have to fit anybody's box. I was able to really focus on me and what brings me joy and the gifts that I was meant to have in the sequence in which they were meant to come. And I am able to, like, then create this beautiful, wonderful life in just this beautiful, special way that was meant especially for me, not for so and so, not for so and so, not for so and so. My life doesn't look like theirs, and it was never meant to look like theirs or theirs or theirs. They may be able to go down this path, this route, but I can't. I've got to go down this route because for some reason, whenever I try to go down the path that they're going, the way they're going, I run into briars and I can't. So I've got to go around, I got to go around the bend to get there. And that's totally awesome because I'm going to find some awesome shit on the way. I'm going to find some new stuff that they missed out on because they were able to take the straight and narrow path, right? But I have to take the long way while I get to collect some fun things, find some cool rocks and flowers and stuff like that along the way. And so you're going to be able to pick up some new skills and stuff that this person didn't get to, but you were in that, and now you're able to enjoy all that. Instead, before you were so focused on getting there the way they did, you were going to miss out on all the cool shit. But now you're collecting all the cool shit because you're like, you gave up on trying to fit in anybody else's box or what you see on Instagram or what you see on YouTube or what you see out there in your spiritual community, because we all should look like individual folks, and that is the whole point. So we got to stop bringing the habits from socialite, or who was ever a socialite, but you know what I mean, that other world. We got to stop bringing it over here, those habits, and live our own true, wild and crazy, sexy, fun self, right? And then whoever is attracted to our flame is attracted to our flame. Whoever is intimidated by it, whatever, peace out. So we have to, like, keep going for the gold, and the gold is us. The gold is ourselves, being true to ourselves, truly, 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 not true to ourselves as long as we fit in the spiritual box. No more boxes. Okay. So then you get to the star thing, the star card. And the star card, then what she is doing now is, she is like, checking me out, check me out, check me out, check me out. Look at me. I am like feeling good. I'm feeling good in my skin, down in my bones. I feel good. I finally feel good and free. I just gave up all of that shit of trying to look like everybody else, to be like everybody else, to attract because this is another thing that people keep putting out there. To attract the right clients, you've got to do this and you got to do that and you got to do this. And that could be true. I don't know. I'm not some like wizard guru in that area, but they're just saying be careful. You're putting yourself in other people's boxes by trying to fit in these molds that we're being coached into. Don't get yourself coached into a mold. And that's nothing against coaches. Coaches are needed and definitely like coaches needed, therapy needed, all those things are needed, but just be careful not to have them put you in their box. Make sure you get a coach that helps you build your own like special space in the world. Okay, so you're doing you've done all these things. You've gone down the whole yellow brick road, right? Got to collect all the cool shit because you had to go along the way around. It's all right. I'm good with that. I learned the lesson of trying to go the straight, narrow way. I'm good. And I've learned to bat away all the ideas that were not a perfect alignment for me. I learned to not try to force myself to sit at a table where I didn't feel like I belonged. I felt less than. I've learned all the lessons along the way. Now I'm at the star card where this beautiful goddess, you beautiful goddess, are able to pour all of that love and light and onto others and teach others. This is how I did it. I stopped trying to pretend I was something I wasn't. I stopped trying to fit in other people's boxes. I stopped trying to make ideas work where they just didn't feel good to my heart. I stopped trying to look good in other people's eyes. I came home to myself, and this is how I did it. Now, if this doesn't work for you, that's amazing and good and all that, we can figure that out. This is, I'm just telling you, this is my story. Let me tell you my story. And you start sharing your story. And you're able to do that from a place of contentment, um, full, complete contentment. And whenever we get to that space, that sweet spot of joy and love, of comfort within ourselves, with who we are, fully and completely, roles and all, we're golden, right? And we're all still on the yellow brick road. There's probably a few of us that are here. I know I am not completely here. I am like I feel like I'm dipping my toe into here. I'm learning. I'm learning and I'm jumping ahead a little bit and sharing my story as I go, but that is just because that's part of my story. I had to get over the hump of being scared of speaking out, of being scared of allowing them to speak through me, of being scared of sharing my light language with you, of being scared of who I am and if I would be accepted or not, or if anybody would even want to hear anything I had to say. But it kept coming up. You've got something to say. We've got something to say. We need to share it. So I show up. We're all on this yellow brick road together. You could be the lion or you could be Dorothy, whatever, Tin Man, whatever, whoever, but we're all in it together, holding hands, going down the yellow brick road together. None of us are on this path alone. And if you are, you don't have to be. You don't have to be anymore because there is a home for you. There is a place for you that will accept you, all your little Tin Man and all. It's just have to find your community. Even if it's not us, even if it's not Sacred Sisters, keep looking. Don't give up on it and feel like you have to walk this road alone. There are parts you do. Absolutely. Fully, absolutely. There are parts of your healing that you're going to have to do alone. But your people are out there where you can share your heart and soul. You could share your stupid jokes. You could share your fumbles. You could share your highs. You could share all the things, no matter what they are. Oh my gosh, I sold a crocheted bat hat with one ear and because the ear fell off. Anything, and it's okay. And then they will accept you fully for that. I don't know why that came to my head, but anyway, so there's that. There's the yellow brick road. I don't know why they're calling it that, but I hope that helped, and I hope that resonated? I feel like I'm coming out of it now. Let me see, make sure. Is there anything else? Oyana, siano, tuyono, kuyono, suyono, tuyono, oyana, kiano, tuyono, oyana. Just that loving yourself fully and completely is a process. Suyono, tuyono, oyana. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't nitpick. Going back to where they're saying that we are nitpicking every little part of ourselves, like we don't have this good or that, but they're also saying don't nitpick if you fuck up a bit. Like if you're like on the yellow brick road and get you do end up going for one of these ideas that was not in full alignment and then it fell flat. It's it happens. It's all right. Just get your ass up and let's do it again. Try it again and figure out like why didn't it fit? What about it didn't fit? What about it isn't in alignment with me? And really come into your heart about it and see like why what am I missing here? What am I missing here? What isn't the right fit for me? Am I not supposed to do Reiki in this way? Am I not supposed to do tarot in this way? Like, for example, with the tarot, like I tried and tried and tried to learn it all these different ways that these different teachers were teaching. And I love, again, like I said before, I fell in love with tarot right away, but then I kept hitting these walls, trying to learn it until I allow myself just to go within and allow myself to be like, do it this way, the channeled way, where I connect with my higher self and my collective, be able to allow them to read with me and for you. And so it wasn't until I accepted that I'm not going to be like all these other readers that I saw and was like so impressed with, and I still am. I admire the shit out of them all. Like I mean, there's some powerful readers out there, and I am in awe of them. But I also know that I have full respect for them, and now I have full respect for myself too because I found my way. So we just have to. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up if you hit a wall like that where you are trying to like learn it this way and it just kept not working because you just haven't figured out your way yet. And that's okay. I mean, you'll figure it out. Just give yourself some time and space. It's okay. We don't have to have it all figured out today. Okay, anything else? Suyono, tuyono, kuyono, oyana, iana, siano, tuyono, oyana, kiyono, tuyono, oyana, iana, siano, tuyono, oyana. Just really trying to stay in that accepting yourself with love and gratitude and not again the nitpicking or the being so hard on ourselves. Suyono, kuyono, oyana. Just forgiving and loving on yourself so much, like it's like you're your own little baby child. Oyana, siano, tuyono, oyana. And just really remembering to comfort yourself during these times. Bring comfort to yourself. Allow, because whenever you're doing this, sounds weird, all that, but whatever. You're not in here alone. You're not in this, perimenopausal body alone. Um, you are, again, each and every one of us has our own collective. So when you're loving on yourself, when you're showing yourself gratitude, when you're showing yourself comfort, telling yourself, you know what, it's okay. We didn't mean to do this, or you didn't mean to say that. You didn't mean to put your foot in your mouth again. You're showing yourself comfort and love like that. You're not just doing it to yourself. You're showing love and gratitude to your whole being, to your whole collective, all your guides and angels and your ancestors of love and light that are hanging back there, helping you out. You've got your Palladians maybe, and your Lemurians or your Arcturians, your angels, all the different beings around you and within you that are you, all of that is you. Every time you've given yourself some love and gratitude and hope and comfort and forgiveness, you're giving it to the whole. Same with if you give it criticism and hate and anger and like, oh, stupid, why do you have to be so stupid? That kind of thing. Think about that. Every time you talk to yourself like that, you're talking to all your people like that. Because you didn't get here by yourself. You may have gotten into certain situations because you're headstrong and trying to push past all of them. But you didn't get here by yourself. So every time you talk to yourself like that, you're talking to the whole gang like that. But don't be talking to my whole gang like that. Don't be talking to your whole gang like that. Talk to your gang. So every time and again, don't beat yourself up if it slips, it happens. We're deprogramming ourselves. So again, be patient with yourself, but we need to deprogram ourselves out of that scenario and into the scenario of picturing I'm here, I'm the center of this, my own universe, and all around me is all that is. All around me is spirit. All around me are my angels and guides, ancestors of love and light, ascended masters. We've got the Pleiadians, Arcturians, Lemurians. We got everybody, right? So we're going to be talking to them as so if it's hard for you to talk to yourself in such a positive way because you're not used to it yet, just imagine them every single time. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Love you. Love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love you. Love you. Love you. If it's easier for you to talk to somebody else, nicer than it is to talk to yourself. And that's what it takes for you to get into that, to deprogram yourself and be able to talk to yourself in a loving way and do it. And don't be judgmental about yourself. Don't be judgmental about anybody else that has to go through that process. It is what it is. I mean, we've been programmed to death since day one. So if you need to talk to yourself in this group scenario way to be able to get to that place where you can truly feel love and gratitude towards yourself and not that irritable, oh, you're so stupid kind of thing. Because we've all been there. Anybody that says they've never been there, they can get up off your table and go because they're lying. And you need truth in your life at this point. We all do. We all need that. We need to just stop with the bullshit. We need to stop with like coming to the table in that perfection mask and being like, here I am. I've never been through a thing. No. We're all come to the table dirty. You're good. We're all dirty. We're all figuring it out. We're all finding the worms and plucking them as we go. We're all at the same place. So we need to accept ourselves and each other fully and completely for the path we're on. Even if we're at different paths, it's fine. It's good. You're still at the path. And I still get there too, where I get so self-critical. And this is definitely a good reminder for me. But if you're still there where you have to picture everybody in your mind to be able to have that self-love because you're still like working on that, then that's good. That's amazing because again, the only thing you have to be grateful for today is showing up and be grateful for that. You deserve it. You deserve all the love and light and gratitude for that, for showing up. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Okay. So they just want to do one last little blessing. Opening, opening, opening. It almost feels like they're doing like this little spiral opening in our third eye. Oyana siano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana oyana almost like a vortexy. Oyana siano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana oyana siano tuyano oyana oyana siano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana oyana su oyana su oyana su oyana su oyana su ana siano tuyano oyana kina na 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 oyana siano tu 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 tu. It's almost like they're like cleaning the windshield kind of thing. Usually they do a lot of throat work, but then today they are all about that third eye. Like going back to the car thing, they're like giving a little buff and wax. Ianasiano tuyano Ianasiano tuyano Ianosuano Ianasiano tuyano Kuyano Uyana Iana Oyanasiano Siano Ana Iana Oyana. Whew, that was a hell of a lot, right? My eyes are still gonna adjust it. Okay, thank you, 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 thank you. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. Amen. And so it is. Ah, yes. Okay. Hope everybody's feeling okay. That was a lot. I hope it resonated. And I'm just so grateful for these times. I really am. It just gets me all emotional because the stuff that comes through, the way it just always blows my mind each and every time, like the way they have me learn the cards, everything, the message that comes through, everything, it just always just touches my heart so much. I'm just always so grateful for this time. So thank you for sharing it with me. It means a lot. Oh, I gotta like oh, it moved. Oh, there we go. Nope. Oh, there you go. Boop. All right. Love you guys. Hope you have an amazing day.